It's in the game. matchups always elevate the pressure. The heart beats a little faster. It gets a little more intense, particularly if that team across the field is a conference foe. And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Illinois will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Washington Huskies offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Williams will pass. Caught close to the marker. It's Coleman. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. The Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. They think there's room to run to the right here. Runs through the tackle. And he fought for everything he could. Probably lucky it wasn't worse with all of the company he had in the backfield. And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Makes a nice grab at the 25. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the... So Illinois' offense has the ball for the first time. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse, do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups, or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops hoping for a chance today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Catch in the middle, it's Dixon. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Altmaier. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. Good, solid tackle.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Wants to go up top on first down. Looking for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set. I break on the football.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the...
Touchdown, Illinois! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Finds a tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. The Huskies can really attack on this second and short. Takes the handoff. It's Coleman. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Oh, he's got a chance. He stopped quickly, but not before he has enough for the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Rides the back and leaves it. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Here's the handoff. There he goes. Made a defender miss. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Williams looking for a man. Got it set up on the outside. Nice move, creates some space. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Here comes the heat. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
On third down, he drops to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boston. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Huskies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket. Yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it. Can't throw the football. Can't follow through with his own motion. Nice job by the defense.
Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. The Huskies started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They lost ground on first down. Now second and goal from the 5. Williams will pass. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
Into the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
Sometimes the quarterback puts that zip on it, and you can hear it, and sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time, he used the lob wedge, and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Washington. Extra point here will tie the game.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He leaves it with his back. Turning it on! Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays thrown.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Makes the grab. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a first and goal.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safety.
Touchdown, finding Illini. Fit it in the window for the score. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. Got room at the 35. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Got a man. It's Coleman. Breaks into the open. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. With the catch, it's Williams. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's brought down after the spin move for a short gain.
Well, at this situation on the field, this defense has their hands full because this running back just seems to have a nose for the end zone. Of course, he scored his last time out. He's really good down here close to the goal line finding creases.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to barrel in. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. That's caught. It's Clement. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on first and 10. Running back searching for a hole.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Illinois move the chains on the ground. Let's see if they run behind that big offensive line again. Back to pass. It's Altmaier. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. They'll send the back in motion. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Trying to convert. Illinois comes to the line. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Grab near the marker. It's Sanders. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the back. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Well, the offense is trying to get aggressive. They're trying to hit the corner route, but better coverage on the back end by the defense, knocking that one away.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They just keep firing. This time he's got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. They're going to run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Illini.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Williams looking for a man. They're working that left side. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. The sure hands, it's Clement. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
And Really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. And with that, let's head back to the gorgeous Pacific Northwest and the fellas at UW.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Illinois offense returns to the field. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He's stuffed after picking up 1 to the 23. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding. I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Safe completion on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To throw, it's Altmaier. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. It's Clement. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He'll pull it down and run. Still running at the 35. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And this QB has the ability to make huge plays and scramble around and do things off schedule. But that time he coughed it up. Did a great job getting outside the pocket, but the defense closed in, forced the fumble, recovered it. Great job by the defense.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Makes the catch and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Dropping back, it's Altmaier. Got it in the middle, it's Arkin. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the defense. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Illinois can be aggressive here on 2nd and short. Grab near the marker, it's Dixon. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off-play action on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Illinois coming out with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. There he goes. He's got it inside the 10. Mark him out of bounds at the 9-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws.
Touchdown, Illinois! And they take it in for 6 more points. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Washington. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down 28-10, and I don't think it's exaggerating to say their chance of winning this football game probably rides on this drive.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. On the run is Coleman. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Evans. And he'll pick up the 1st down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
He'll do it himself. Fighting off the defender. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He pulled it and kept it on the option, but he couldn't keep it away from the defense.
I think the QB made the right decision not to pitch it. He needs to do a better job with ball security. The defense, they were able to get and swarm to him quickly and dislodge the football from his body.
Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Looking for a man. It's Altmaier. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
catch in the middle. It's Dixon. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets him a first at the 29. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And how about this guy upholding that linebacker tradition of a Shaq Thompson or a Mason Foster?
And you think about those guys that can do a little bit of everything. They can play the run and be physical, but they have the athletic ability to play in coverage. Just versatile defenders.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Find my guys quickly, know my matchups, get them the football, let them do the rest. So many playmakers now in football. I'm trying to get it to him as fast as possible so he can do that. Right after the catch, make guys miss, make beautiful plays.
Gets rid of it. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Defensive coordinators draw up all these blitzes, and then you got a guy like that, and he just can roll, and he can get out of things. He's a magician, just pops out of things, makes plays.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Illinois looking to pay things off on first and goal. Go straight ahead. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on first down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Trying to pound their way in. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now it's third and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. And the stomping has commenced.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Williams will pass quickly to the tight end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the fourth, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. Unleashes it on the run. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
He's got it. First down and more. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's first and 10. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Williams looking for a man. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense and stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to throw again. Caught near the sticks. It's Boston. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Gonna swing it on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. And the Huskies really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to run for it. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced them into fourth down.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
On the move, he fires. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. Washington comes to the line with a first and goal. Defense in press coverage. He'll ride his man on the option. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Can the D deny them on second and goal? They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. It's third and goal and third and long. Williams will pass. Fires to the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. This time on target. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They want that clock to run. Hard running there. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line. The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Dixon. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Dixon. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Ready to fire from the pistol. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the 1st down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. To the ground with the back. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for room. It's Valentine. Got the 1st down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks...
Got enough space. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Washington. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the 1st down. With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Williams looking for a man. Pocket breaking down. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. A lot of ball handling goes on in the option, but after you pull it, you got to make sure you take care of it.
Because you're going to be in the teeth of the defense, right, Reese? I mean, if you pull that football, you're still in the center of the field where all those big D linemen and linebackers are living, so you've got to be extra careful with your ball security.
Gonna run it. It's Valentine. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Here's the pressure. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all...
He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Yeah, and this offense has struggled all day. And how about the protection up front? You got to protect your quarterback. You got to keep him upright. And his second sack of the day. Nice. A lot more passing situations coming with this team down big. And that's a welcome sight for this offense. And this offense would have taken a lot more of that today. It's been a rough day. Let's call a spade a spade. They haven't played like we've seen them play in the past. And this offense needs to find the run game, needs to find a little bit more balance. Turning it on!
Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals, and it usually starts with your conference championship. And winning a national